Hi everyone, my name is Maura Alejandra Mansur Alparo, and this is our collaborative work titled Teaching English Reflection. This project was developed by Maria Melendez Vega, Jose Maria Mejia, Daniela Jaraba, and my person. Introduction. This activity consists of explaining the ideas and learning experience on each of our teachers, which has a less lasting impression on us, demonstrating fluency and coherence in oral and writing interaction through academic debate. Continue, we are going to do an analysis of each teacher.
Hi, I am Daniela Jaraba and I will talk about my teacher Carmen Julia Arango. My teacher Carmen was one of my favorite English teachers when I was in school. She explained all the topics very well, slowly and patiently in class, and used various teaching methods to engage us. If we didn't understand the exercise or the explanation, she repeated them because she wanted the whole class to learn well. My teacher Julia was always with American natives at school because they wanted to know about how teachers teach in our school. It was amazing to see them. They made classes more interesting. She used technology tools like videos, movies, and resources like songs in class to improve our listening and writing. When we had 2 hours of English class, she gave us a few minutes of a break. My teacher Julia's teaching methods, communication and explanation. They were absolutely clear and direct. She didn't make tests if we didn't understand the class topics. And well, she gave us copies that had exercise and examples to study. Classroom medium. First, she used many teaching aids as cards with images of all kinds, whether animals, objects, or people. Sometimes we had to describe them, or she would describe the image and we had to guess what it was. Next, when the whole class was confused, the teacher made different kinds of activities or examples, using a speaker or the TV in a languages room. Technology and teaching aids. She used technology tools like videos, movies, and resources like songs in class to improve her listening and writing. When we had 2 hours of English classes, she gave us a few minutes of a break. For home activities, she sent us some videos if we didn't understand the topics. Besides, we had to discuss them for the next class. Motivation and impact. To motivate the students, she did some reward activities, and that made us feel more motivated and excited. When we had our cultural week, she left a task. We was create a game in English, obviously to promote vocabulary learning and improve skills. She always told us to never give up because sometimes I think the best help is saying kind words and supporting others.
Well, now I'm going to talk about my last English teacher, Trevor Ferrer. This presentation describes my English teacher, Trevor, who made language learning engaging and practical. His teaching focused on real-life communication, helping students develop confidence and fluency through authentic experience. The following slide highlights his teaching method: classroom management, use of technology, motivation strategies, and the positive impact he had on students' learning. My teacher Trevor has some methods to teach. The first is the communication and explanation. Uh, he was clear and natural and improved the communication in English in the classroom. Teacher used real life examples and visuals. He encouraged the student to express ideas freely. The classroom management. The teacher improved the respectful and inclusive atmosphere. The participation was based in learning. Teacher encouraged the teamwork and peer support. Some technologies teaching AIs that the teacher used in the class was videos, song, and online games. Like lessons to real life situations, the teacher promote interactive and dynamic learning. Uh, some of activities to motivate and the impact activities. The teacher used to do debates, discussion, and outings to increase the confidence and fluency when students develop their listening and speaking skill in real context.
Hi, my name is Maria Angelica Melendez Vega. My teacher, John Alexander Romero. An English teacher and final semester student at UNAT. He is student out for his clear, patient, and organized teaching styles. He explains his topic step by step through presentations, videos, and interactive platforms, facilitating the understanding of even complex grammars such as conditional. He uses technology and practical example to make learning English easy and meaningful. He fosters student confidence and creates a positive and respectful classroom environment. Communication and explanation. He uses slides presentation to explain each topic step by step, which facilitated our understanding, especially when teaching complex topics such as conditional. His language was accessible and he always checked that everyone understood before continuing. Classroom management. He graded an atmosphere of respect and trust, encouraging participation without fears of mistakes. Technology and teaching aids. He used technology such as videos, images, and digital tools like Duolingo and YouTube. Motivation and impact. He used practical activities and real life example to motivate us a build confidence in speaking English. His patient and encouraging attitude make learning meaningful and inspired to keep improving.
Hello, my name is Jose Marriaga. My teacher, Maria Salamanca. Professor Maria Salamanca is known for her clear, dynamic, and participative teaching style. She used digital tools, games, and interactive activities that make her classes more motivating, engaging, and easy to understand. Teaching method of my English teacher. Teaching approach. Number one, teaching approach. Clear and simple explanations, step-by-step guidance, encourages and understanding and participation. Number two, use of digital resources, online tools, educational games, interactive activities, dynamic and engaging classes. Collaborative language. Number three, student participation, group work, support from a teaching assistant, practical reinforcement activity. Number four, results improvement in oral fluency, greater confidence in communication, meaningful and enjoyable learning. Which teachers were strong in certain skill or methods? Professor Maria Salamanca stood out for her clarity and organization when explaining each topic. She used practical examples and simple language that facilitate the understanding of complex ideas.
Professor John Alexander Romero demonstrated excellent classroom management and innovative use of digital tools such as game and interactive platform will make his classes more dynamic and motivating.
For her part, Trevor Ferrer stood out for her empathy, constant motivation, and ability to create a warm and participatory environment in which students feel safe expressing themselves in English.
Finally, Professor Julia Arango also stood out for her great commitment to teaching the English language, so much so that this commit coming from her led many students at the school to excel in their IFEX exams in the area of English and the languages learning. General reflections on the four professors. Any common or different approach between teachers. Although their teaching styles were different, all three shared a student-centered approach. They also to make learning meaningful through participation, technology, and real-life connections. However, the emphasis was different. Professor Salamanca prioritized clarity and structure. Professor Romero prioritized technological integration and motivation, and Professor Ferrell prioritized emotional connection and inclusion. Teacher Julia showed all her activities to promote more interest in students. Besides, she always treated the entire class with patience and good behavior. These differences complement each other, demonstrating that there is no single correct method for teaching effectively.
Lesson learned about effective teaching strategy. From their classes, we can learn that effective teaching requires a balance of knowledge, creativity, and empathy, clear explanation, the use of digital tools, and motivating activities, faster attention, and enjoyment of learning. Furthermore, emotional supports and inclusion strengthen student confidence and engagement. In conclusion, Professor Salamanca Romero, Ferrer, and Julian demonstrated that successful teaching means adapting strategies to student needs and promoting activity, enjoyable and meaningful learning.
Innovative didactic teaching method for learning a second English language. As a group, we want to share our innovative teaching method for learning English called InnovaClass, learning English through real experience. In this method, students learn English by doing real and creative projects, like making videos, games, or presentations. They don't just memorize words, they use English to communicate, solve problems, and work in teams. We combine based learning, gamification, and digital tools such as Canva, Nearput, or Flip. With InnovaClubs, English becomes more than a subject, it's a living experience that helps students improve communication, creativity, and motivation in class.
Conclusion. Through this activity, we were able to share the most meaningful experience and teaching methods of the inspiring professors who have influenced our learning process. Working together as a group allows us to reflect on different teaching styles, recognize effective strategies, and identify the importance of motivation and creativity in the classroom. As a result of this collaborativity reflection, we created an innovative use of English. This experience years as stretching our teamwork, fluency, and coherence while understanding that every teacher can inspire new ways to teach and learn a second language. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
You.